so it's 34 days out from the show. Hunger's really starting to hit now, really hitting. Getting up, it's a Sunday. It is, what time is it now? It is 24 minutes past 10, almost past. I'm going to try and get some eggs in very quickly, get to the gym for about 10 past 11, and I'm going to train, if I'm not mistaken, chest or back. I'll have to check the program when I get there. But yeah, at the minute I'm just sucking right down, feeling flat and so forth, but it's part of the process. For me, getting the glutes and hamstrings in is like the final point. And it's always the hardest point because it feels like you sacrifice other areas to get them in, but condition's king when it comes to bodybuilding, so we'll go from there and see how we get on. On way to the gym now, just getting a taxi because my car's broken at the minute, which is a nightmare, especially a few weeks out from prep. So every day my mate Johnny, training partner, has been helping me massively to get there. They're picking me up, and unfortunately today he can't. But so it's a taxi, so I'll catch us in there. Okay, so just got back from hitting a back session. Today didn't feel great. You're not gonna have all days fucking sunshine and rainbows. Some days are just gonna be, you just gotta get in there and get it done. I didn't feel a pump. Everyone was saying I look pumped. I just didn't feel a pump. I had to really like try and pull it together. But it's another box checked, do you know what I mean? One step closer to the stage, so it has to be done. The food is lower, so it's just trying to get used to that, to be honest with you. I mean, like, the worse you feel, the better you look. That's what I always say, is worse you feel, the better you look. And that's the best sort of advice I ever heard, because when you're going through your prep and so forth, you can get quite low in mood, and you can feel like you doubt yourself and so forth, but you just got to get through it, you got to grit it, and if you really want it, you get it, do you know what I mean? So I take each day with me stride, I keep pushing, and as I say, the way I distract myself is I'm currently playing fucking Assassin's Creed. So it's just a way of distracting myself from the hunger. I check in with a couple of clients. I go to work like Monday to Friday, so that's another way of distracting myself until the day. And it's just having the right people around you to support you when you're going through that. I mean, like sponsors, whatever. It's just having the right people, not necessarily what people can do for you, because it's not about that. It's about what you can all do for each other and help each other. Do you know what I mean? So keep your loyal people around you at all times. So currently getting a bath helps with recovery massively, and especially when you're using magnesium salts. Just got some then, so trying them out. Obviously it'll help with cramping and so forth when it comes to like taking things like Clen. So yeah, gonna lie down, relax in here for about an hour or so. An hour, never know what happens. Maybe 20 minutes. And then I've finished my training for the day, so that was good. Relaxing now, as I say, played some Assassin's Creed, but I'm done in with that, absolutely done in. Do you know when you play a game for so long that you're like, I don't want to look at the screen anymore. So yeah, and then I'm going to sit down and probably watch some YouTube, a little bit of Samsung, maybe. No, I like watching more like podcasts and so forth. They're great for like learning how people think and so forth and stuff like that. So yeah, and then hopefully after this bath, get a quick little nap and relax. So just got out of that magnesium salt bath. I feel absolutely amazing after that, I'll tell you that. Highly recommend them. I'm a little bit thirsty afterwards, so I'm going to try and hydrate a bit more. But on to my next meal. So, potatoes. For me personally, I like spreading my carbs out throughout the whole day. I don't like just having them pre and post workout. I like to keep things quite level, you see. So for me, same as usual, always get your scale. You either fail to prepare, and if you fail to prepare, then you better prepare to fail. So just don't fucking mess up your prep. Get myself my Tupperware, put it on. As you can see, it's got chili stains. It is what it is. It's my favourite Tupperware. Measure out 165. You know the score by now. Oh, nearly there. There we go, 165. And 50 grams of potato. Reset that. Pull a little bit of potato off because, as I say, I am to the gram. 50 grams. Happy days. I'm gonna put that in the microwave for 2 minutes. So, at the dining table, got my food ready. Gonna chow this down, and then we're gonna discuss a very controversial topic. Well, is it controversial? It's less so now, but it's still pretty controversial, and it's the talk about anabolics. So, anabolic steroids, okay? Here is the topic of conversation. People ask me all the time, how old should I be when I start taking them? The answer is never, unless you choose to take them, and that's a personal choice. People say to me, what dosage should I take? Again, always start with the least possible. You will get more from taking less than you would ever imagine. Now, a lot of people, right, when they get into the industry, back when I started training, you had to get your food right, your sleeping right, everything right, before you even thought about steroids, ever. You'd already have a really good physique before you even heard about them. So, bear in mind, I've been in this game for a while, a long while. I'm 28 now. Everything was on form before you even thought about taking them. Now, in today's generation culture, with things like Trend Twins, fucking, do you know what I mean? All these other people who promote anabolics, right? Indirectly or directly, don't realise the consequences they have. And the reality is this: steroids are dangerous, more dangerous than you can imagine, and more safe than you can imagine. It's down to the abuse, how old you use them, and what you use them for how long. These many variables that come into play. As I say, before you ever think about taking any anabolic, make sure everything's on form and that this is a decision you make. And bear in mind, the consequences do come with that, whether it be ruined skin, hair loss, gynecomastia, shrinkage of your testicles, and so forth. Yeah, these things can and will, or not will, but can happen. Do you know what I mean? So if you're willing to take the risk, you're willing to take the steroids, you have to be willing to take the risk that comes with them. Now, advice I can give: if you've already fully decided, you've had years of training, your nutrition plan is on point, and I'm not just saying I eat clean, I'm talking you know exactly what you're eating and how you're training, make sure that your quality is key when it comes to it. Quality, try and get it prescribed if you need it. Make sure you get it prescribed. Try and avoid the black market. You don't want to be doing that. Make sure you get pharmaceutical grade. Don't be touching these 10ml bottles. In a lot of cases, they're made, you don't know where they're made, in unsterile labs in a garage or a bedroom somewhere. The glass ampoules are probably the safest option, and make sure it's tested before you put it into your system, because you don't know what you're putting into you at the end of the day. So make sure quality comes first. Dosage as low as possible. Low as possible. Trust me, less is more, and I promise you on that. I've seen many people in the game get into it. They have a lot of money, so they go, oh, I'll just buy this, and they do a cocktail. They don't even know how testosterone itself feels. They don't know how this drug feels or this drug feels individually. They just throw a cocktail together, so you don't even know what's working, okay? Make sure you get some experience under your belt, and before you even take them, make sure you know how to do a PCT properly, post-cycle therapy, or if you've made the commitment to staying on for life and you're willing to do a cruise and TRT. Now, there's a difference between cruise and TRT. Cruise is a cruise between a cycle, usually between a contest, where you drop the dosage down to, say, 200 milligram. TRT is much lower. That's probably around 100 milligram a week, 100 to 150, depending on what your doctor says. That's the difference. A cruise is not the same as TRT. Bear that in mind. But yeah, controversial topic, I understand, but I like to be more open about this and let people understand the realities of it. There's risk that comes with it. Do you know what? And there's reward too. But at the same time, it's down to how you do it. And you need to find what works for your body and not what works for everyone else's body. Be as safe as possible. The safer you are, the longer you can take within this career. Remember, bodybuilding's a marathon, not a sprint. If you try and do a sprint in a marathon, you come in dead last and you're not going to finish the race. If you take it properly and you train and you make sure everything's on form, you don't abuse the drugs, you'll be in the game for a very long time. And not just that, you'll get quite far. Because a lot of people blow up. I've seen it. Young potentials every couple of years. Oh, what about this guy? What about this guy? And then they disappear. But the person who's done it safely cruises all the way up and ends up making it. Okay? Best advice I can give. And on that note, we'll play some game. Gonna get some sleep and get ready for work tomorrow. Thanks for having me. And remember, trying to increase my subscribers, share it, comment, like it, and I'll talk more about these subjects if you want me to. Drop some suggestions down below, and I'll catch you all later.